Keena Renee here. So I'm back for another video. This is so exciting. 3 days in a row. Oh my god, I'm not even doing vlogmas, but I kind of am, or whatever. So today's video, which is kind of late, I got things to do, but anyway, today's video introduces my free game series that I'm starting on this channel. I'm probably gonna post every Tuesday and Wednesday. No, not Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm gonna do a weekly free game video. And basically, this is where all my music PR tips are gonna come into play. As you know, I'm a music publicist, or you may not know. If you go to my bio, then you will read it. I'm a music publicist, and I'm a blogger, entrepreneur, but I've been in the PR, marketing, media game for over 10 years now. So, and I've worked with several public figures, not just in music, but, you know, just public figures, just in entertainment, you know, general. So I think I know a little something. And I wanted to share that information on my platform, and creating a series for it just made sense. And I like to do things that make sense. So today's video is going to be about how to DIY your PR, especially for independent artists, because a lot of times you do not have the budget to pay a publicist, and publicists, when it comes to your music career, is a luxury. we are a luxury, and we are expensive, and that's for a reason. But today I'm going to break down just a couple of things that you can do just to kind of get that process started, because much like when you're trying to grow a YouTube channel, you know, you want to know that people are listening, you know, or watching, and you want to get more eyes on your brand and on your product. So that's what today's video is about. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Hit that notification bell as well so you get all my notifications. My hair is looking kind of nappy on the edges, my dear. So yeah, so go ahead and subscribe, comment below if you are down for these videos every single week. You know, y'all, I'm going to do it. I'm going to stay consistent. I need y'all to keep me accountable. So I need you to comment, be like, give me a thumbs up, like, yes, queen, yes, Keena, we want these videos. I need my Keena crew to come through. That rhymes. Anyways, I'm tired of rambling, and I know you're tired of hearing me ramble, so let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so the first thing that you should do if you're looking to gain and earn media for your music or for your brand is to do your research. I cannot tell you how important it is for you to research the media outlets that you want to pitch to. A couple of things that you're looking for when you're doing your research is, one, does this particular media outlet that you may be interested in having your music placed in, do they even post your music? Is this an outlet that regularly features artists that's from your genre? Number two, you want to research and see what writers are writing about your music. Just because somebody is a journalist at a media outlet, it doesn't necessarily mean that they write in your beat, which is your topic. So it's very important when you're looking at the media outlet to make sure you find writers that are particularly specialized in writing about your genre of music. Number three is the submission guidelines. It's very important that you follow and abide by those guidelines, so just that you don't come off as somebody that doesn't pay attention, pretty much, or spam. Because a lot of times, if you don't follow the submission guidelines from the media outlet, they are less likely to even open, let alone post your music. So once you finish with your research, you should be able to compile a spreadsheet that has these 5 things: the name of your media outlet, what type of media outlet that it is. So there's different types of media. It can be a radio station, it could be a digital blog, a magazine, it could be a television station, whatever outlet, whatever type of media that it is, you want to make sure that you notate that. Number 3 is going to be the name of a editor, a writer, whoever at that outlet. 4 is going to be their contact information. Bonus tip, always go to Twitter. Most writers and journalists, they are on Twitter, and that's a great way to connect and kind of build a rapport with them. So even if you may not have an email address or a phone number, Usually if you go to their Twitter page, sometimes they have a email address in their bio. And number 5, you should have the submission guidelines. Again, sometimes with outlets, it could be an email, or they may have a whole form that you have to put in the information. And most of the time for music, it's pretty detailed on how they want you to attach music, what they want you to send. So you want to be sure that you outline that information on your spreadsheet. Now it's time to pitch. So pitch is one of the most important parts of being a publicist. It's really why you're paying your publicist, is because, you know, a pitch is something that 9 times out of 10 your publicists have taken years and years and years to get it down to a science, and it's more than just sending an email. So I have a process that I like to call craft, which kind of outlines the pitching process. So craft is spelled with a K. So I have my notes here because I don't want to forget anything. Even though it's my process, you know, you're doing these videos, you just never know. Anyway, so K, know who you're pitching. You know who you're pitching because you did your research prior. So you know exactly who is at this media outlet and what their beat is. So that's very, very important. R is for read. Read something that that person has written previously. And this is just so that you can kind of get some brownie points and that you're kind of familiar with this person's work. A lot of times, you know, journalists, you know, they get a lot of emails, a lot of people that's constantly in their inboxes, and you want to stand out, and this will help you do that if you reference something that they wrote about in the past. A is for avoid. This is the biggest tip that I can say. Avoid mass pitching. Do not copy and paste. Do not mass pitch. You want to avoid at all costs. You're sending out pitches. Every pitch that you send out should be personalized. Every pitch should include something that wasn't included in the previous email, because you're pitching a different person and you want to build a relationship. That's the whole point of PR, is building relationships. And you can't do that if you're just copy and pasting and sending out this mass email to the same person. They're gonna know. F is for find. Find a way to highlight the media outlet that you're pitching. This kind of goes back to the brownie points, but it also kind of lets the writer know or the editor know that you've done your homework. Like, you know who you're pitching, you know that what you have to offer is a good fit for their audience. And again, it shows that you've done the work. You have done the research that I told you to do a couple of minutes ago in this video. T is to tell a story. So you want to kind of give a brief summary of who you are, what your music is about, but you don't want to keep it, you don't want it to be too long. You definitely want to keep it short, but in that email, in that pitch, you should definitely give some background information about yourself. Where are you from? You know, how long have you been doing music? You know, why do you do music? You know, things like that. It may not seem that it's important, but a lot of times the music is just the product. When it comes to PR, you're really selling yourself. You know, publicists don't sell music. The work that we do doesn't translate to album sales or more streams. It just brings awareness to your brand so that people know about you to go out and stream and buy merch and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and summarize that. K, know who you're pitching. Of course, you know who you're pitching because you did the research prior. You know who the writer is. You know what they write about, and you also know their style of writing, which goes into R, read something that that person has wrote before at the media outlet. Again, it gives you extra brownie points and it makes you stand out. A, avoid. You want to avoid copy and pasting, and you want to avoid mass pitching. Never ever do these two things when sending out a pitch, okay? F, find a way to highlight the media outlet. Again, this goes back to doing your research. It gives you more brownie points. It lets the writer or the editor know that, hey, this person has done their research. You know, they obviously feel like this is a good partnership to be featured or for us to write about, and they have something to offer and give their audience that's of substance. So F. T, tell a story. Plain and simple. Introduce yourself, but keep it short. You don't want to ramble, just like I'm doing in this video. So keep in mind, like I said, when it comes to pitch, you may not get a response right away. It's going to be extremely daunting task. You're unknown, so it may take some time. Definitely suggest that you should follow up, but give it at least a week before you send another email. Journalists have tons of emails in their inboxes from artists from every crevice of the world that wants to get their music placed on this media outlet. So just keep that in mind and just stick with it. Just stay positive. So that's it for the first video in my free game series. These are just a couple of tips on how you can DIY your PR. If you want some more tips, I do have an ebook that's all about this topic. Okay, so I had to redo that ending. So yes, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by the vacuum cleaner. I do have an ebook that pretty much talks about everything that's in this video, plus a little bit more tips. I will leave the link in the description box. It's called From Zero to Press. Just for my YouTube crew, it'll only be $5. So please support, grab it. I hope it's helpful to you. Thank you for watching. So every Tuesday, another video, free game series. Next week, I think I'm going to talk about playlisting. How to get your music playlisted on Spotify. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that video next week. So thank you, and